big major things before we get going. Kayadri, Mare, Crow Sister, however you want to refer to her as. She was previously Korei in the group, but a couple things have changed, and she has now re-rolled a character, as we all see in the party tabletop board thing. She's now playing. We all need to practice pronouncing her name. For the most part,
Kella.
her name is Keela. So, Keela.
Kella.
Keela.
It's like Hella, but
Kella.
Kella.
Yes, Kella.
Okay, Kella. Got
Kella.
it. Perfect.
Kella
Kella.
Davis.
Kella.
I apologize in advance for getting your name wrong.
Just say Kella.
No.
Can you say Hella? You can say Kella.
What happened to Corey? Did she die or something?
We've just changed some stuff up.
The
And
timeline's been rewritten.
so essentially, what kind of on a meta-gaming sort of level, everyone has been traveling with Kella, not Korei. And important thing to know is that I guess Kayadri, if you want to share what Kelly's secret was, that would be very helpful. So everybody's sort of on board. Or if you just want to share a brief little summary of who she is, what you're willing to share. Yeah, the
Secret Dragon told us last time.
Yeah, let me work up to the secret dragon. Most of what y'all have been dealing with is a moderately sassy, somewhat weird magic user. She hasn't really given off the warlock vibes yet. I think most of what you guys have seen her use probably is just ice magic. So she's either a wizard or you don't know what.
Okay.
She's more or less sassy. She probably still did the same thing that Corey did of, oh, can we get that in writing? Can we make sure that this is all, legit? All that sort of stuff.
Hopefully not running off to her doom.
Kella's a little more, on the back lines than Corey is. With the slave cart in that one village that I forget its name, Argos.
Yes.
There it is. She probably waited, just chatted up the slave driver cart and waited until y'all were there, and then just kind of very discreetly hey, we should blow this up. Thelron, I think we should blow this up. Thelron, be my blow-up buddy. Like that sort of gig. And she still has a shovel, so she still could have done the Corey shovel thing, because I like being overtly prepared in these games. As for her secret was, and I quote, my current husband killed my first husband. Boom.
Dun dun dun. Alright. So Snuggles, I don't know how much you caught up on the VOD of last week's session, but I guess I'll just give a quick recap. So everybody had to go. You all divvied up the.
I think he watched it.
Did you? Okay, you did. Perfect. Then,
watch the whole thing.
Then forget it. We are going full speed ahead. Then the ship of dreams is just gonna go forward. All right. So where you guys left off was you kind of made camp. You had a 1-hour short rest. So you've basically tended to some of your wounds. You ate a short meal, and as far as temperature goes and setting. It's about midday. It's snowing / kind of a raining sleet kind of combination. So it's stormy, and you guys are on your way as per Elena's leadership, sort of, or at least scout ship / she's sort of telling you guys where to go ultimately, or I guess giving you guys direction. And you guys are ultimately heading towards Greenford, which is kind of, how do we ping again?
Just hold and click.
Okay.
Boom.
It's the green area. So kind of where these windmills are is essentially where you're heading towards. Which Elena described last week as being sort of safe, quiet little towns, where you all can sort of get some actual rest, get some supplies, maybe buy some stuff, get some more information about Ilgar now that you guys are in the actual kingdom of Ilgar. So, if y'all are ready to go, I don't know if you guys want to talk for a little bit or if you want to head out. I know last week a lot of major sort of breakthroughs kind of came out.
Happened.
I don't know if you want to argue about that or talk about that, or if you want to just head out.
Well, I know Ursha was kind of not in the cold elements last week, so we were only stopping to rest because we needed to warm up after our slip in the ice. So we probably just want to warm up, short rest it, and then head to this nice town that I had been previously to before that has an inn that we could stay at and be much more comfortable.
A nice, not cold area.
Where there
Yes.
are dwarven women.
Wait, what?
And ale.
That's what we learned about Felron. OC world. Alright.
Yeah, I say we head toward Greenford and we rest up fully over there.
Okay.
That sounds absolutely lovely, dear.
Oh, wonderful. Alright, so you guys head off in the westerly direction towards the coast. And as you guys pass through this area, it's kind of like a combination of forested area mixed with some farmlands. You kind of see people tending to their farms because it's midday, and even though it's raining, people still have to work out in the farm. But pretty much everyone that you sort of pass by, sporadically, these different tiny little farming hamlets, people sort of don't really want to look at you. They kind of look past you and continue on with their work, sort of keeping their heads down. And as you move further and further west along this main road that Elena's sort of guiding you all on, you approach the town of Greenford, and outside of it there's a tiny little wooden sign that has nice cursive handwriting, and it says, "Welcome to the town of Greenford." And it has a population of 20 underneath. And you head into town, and it's pretty subdued. It's pretty quiet. There's not a lot of people talking, and not a lot of people out and about. Even though it's midday, people are supposed to be out doing their business, but it appears that kind of nobody's home as you guys roll up. So,
Now, as Elena has been through here once before, is this different than the last time I passed through here?
yes, very much so. You remember, okay, you don't have to do a check for that since you've got the history. So, pretty much, Elena, this is very different from when you were last here. You were here about maybe less than a month ago, and pretty much this is night and day as far as the atmosphere of the town goes. It's pretty subdued in comparison to when you last remember it.
Ooh, well, that's not good. Have we already entered the town in our merry band?
I
Or
mean,
we
that's up
feel
to you. Are you guys going to take it cautiously, or are you going to head right on it?
Yeah. So, at least for me, I'm gonna maybe tell everybody to maybe hold back and let me go through, maybe to see if... I guess we don't really have a wanted person anymore, so maybe we can all roll in casually to a place that's kind of suspect.
I could also take... We're concerned about suspect. I could probably around and see
So you
what's
wanna make,
going
a
on.
stealth check? Or
Yep.
stealth, maybe do an investigation check and then a stealth check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I do that with the rogue, being a ranger?
Yeah, if you all want to
Yes.
join, feel free.
Alright, can I do stealth with Senta then?
I would say first do the...
Yeah.
Well, yeah, maybe
Investigation.
stealth first, yeah.
Okay,
Stealth
stealth
first,
first.
then
Yeah, okay,
investigation.
stealth first, then investigation.
Because you have to be stealthy in order to really be
Investigate
thorough.
properly.
Is that a D20 roll?
Yeah, that'll be a D20.
Yeah.
Does everybody have to do this?
But I hit
it's
the-
all
only the
optional.
people that are going.
Alright, hit the wrong thing.
Okay, so...
So
Okay.
basic,
Okay.
is it D20 plus your modifiers? Because I have a
D20
modifier.
plus your
Yeah.
modifiers.
Okay.
And those modifiers are...
For stealth, it's your dex and your stealth.
So, Elena, for you, that's 2 plus 2. So 4.
So,
Okay, so I get
19.
19?
yeah, you're both 19 twinsies.
Okay.
Okay.
So we...
Cool. So you both managed to be stealthy. So you're sort of, as far as this town layout goes, it's kind of four main buildings sort of bunched together with like this town center area in the middle, and all the buildings are wooden. They have some windows on the sides, like a typical fantasy sort of little hamlet town. And you guys are kind of skirting the outskirts of this town, and sort of, you're not going too deep into town, but you're sort of looking around to see what's kind of going on. But you're obviously, since you got the stealth check, you're being relatively sneaky about it, quiet about it. You're not really making a fuss. So if you guys want to do the investigation check, then let's do that.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's investigation.
Plus int.
Wisdom?
Int. Intelligence.
Okay, to intelligence.
Intelligence.
Y'all gotta be smart.
Well, Elena is feeling very
I'm
smart
feeling
right
super like I hit the books in our short break.
now. We only have one book, so I don't think you hit that book.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
point.
maybe you're
Good
right.
point.
Ursha has an intelligence modifier of -1. I'm not
oh
sure.
Boy, I don't think
Oh,
you should
dear.
participate in that. All
We'll,
right.
we'll just go a little bit ahead, you guys.
All right. So
I'll just roll it anyway, if possible. If
Okay,
people are doing,
if you want.
everyone's doing that.
sure.
Hey, Wendy,
Mm-hmm.
are these the kind of farms to have, like, cattle out in, like, pastures and things?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
would
it's
like
just,
to approach the nearest cow.
Okay.
I can talk to animals before
Oh, okay.
it gets
All
weird.
right. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, it already went kind of weird.
Yeah, I
Okay.
did. I was like, you getting hungry? Or...
Let's go in order at the moment. So first we have
Yeah.
Senta and Elena, who both stealthily are sort of making their way on the outskirts of the town, and they did their investigation check. So both Elena and Senta, you peer into the window of the tavern, and you see lots of people crowded inside, and they're kind of quiet, subdued, tame, very much like sort of this atmosphere of the town as a whole that you're getting. But pretty much all the people are congregated, all 20 people are sort of congregated in this one tavern. And you kind of can make out some of the things they're saying, talking about politics, the farms, sort of, kind of, you get like a sense that there's sort of discontent going on amongst these like little bits and pieces of murmurings that you get. But as for the most part, that's about all you're able to ascertain at the moment.
Alright, do we see any, like, are there any, like, armed people in this tavern area?
I mean, you see people with, like, regular old, like...
So,
tiny
like, just
little-
civilians?
Yeah, it's pretty much civilians. You do see, behind the counter of the bar, through this window, you see that there's, like, a sword, just like an antique sort of sword hanging on the, behind the bar counter, sort of, to give it, like, flair, I guess. It's not like a sword that someone would use for combat.
Alright.
But pretty much no one's really armed.
Do I
Is there anyone of note,
Sorry,
like, is there anyone of note inside that? So you say that 20 individuals are inside the tavern. Is there anyone that stands out?
Yes, there's the bartender, there's a barmaid, and no one's wearing like any specific like garb, like tabards or anything like that. No one really wearing a herald, sort of proclaiming allegiance to something. Pretty much everybody's wearing like regular old clothes, civilian clothes, farm handler clothes, leather, cloth. For the most part, you guys get the sense that this is a bunch of civilians sort of crowded together.
Okay.
Though, I will say, you guys both notice that there is someone at the bar counter. You can't quite make out what he's saying, but he seems very distressed. Very, very upset. And everyone's sort of distancing themselves from him.
Alright, do I recognize anyone in the tavern? Say we're like, you know, someone I could like roll up and talk to, like I talked to them last time I was through here, or like anybody I recognize in this
Yes.
tavern?
So you have a relationship with the bartender, the person who owns
Alright.
the bar, the tavern. But I would probably suggest it's not best to talk to him through a window. That's not very.
Oh, alright, well, I guess if there's no, like, armed uprising going on, that it'd be safe enough for us to just roll into the tavern. Especially if I know at least we could talk to the tavern, the bartender, and at least maybe see what's going on in here.
I mean, if that's the information you want to relay back to the group.
I mean, I guess I'd be talking just to Senta here, since she's
Yeah.
the only one up there with me right now. Do you
Yeah.
agree?
Well, Senta is obvious. Like, are all the civilians all human?
Well, so
Question.
there's a mixture of humans, dwarves,
Okay.
no elves, no tieflings. It's pretty much just humans and dwarves.
Okay. So if it was the case, then Senta will probably, like, not go in straight away, I suppose, because she's a little bit, like,
Cautious?
cautious.
Okay.
Yeah, cautious, because she's a tiefling. So I think what Senta would do is probably relay the information back to the group.
Okay.
Since it's better not to let them,
Mm-hmm.
and then they'll probably, strike the numbers,
All right.
and perhaps probably pull them back to the the tavern so they can perhaps get some rest, not
Okay.
sit right outside.
All right. What say you, Elena?
Sounds good for Senta. I kind of want to just go in then. If there's nothing bad happen, I can just roll in right and head to the bar counter. If she's just gonna go and grab everybody, or should
Okay,
I wait?
you can meet up again. Senta can go
Yeah.
rest, and you guys can meet
Yeah.
up.
All right.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna walk inside the tavern.
All right.
All right.
I guess if we want to do in the order of things, Keela, if you want to, real quick, see if you can talk to this cow, local cow.
It was either a cow, a dog, or a rat, and you said it was a farm town, so
I
cow
mean,
was
any
probably
of
the
those
most likely
any
one.
of those species would be available.
Well, I'll chat them all up eventually, but for now we're starting with the cow because it's the most ridiculous.
All right, sure.
So,
Do you have to make
I
a
just-
check for that, or do you just like roll up?
I can roll up at will. I can cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
It's one of my Warlock Eldritch invocations. I realize that's not on my screenies, but
That's fine.
yeah. So I'm just going to very calmly, like I own the little patch of pasture that I am walking on, approach the cow, and in perfect cow, I say, "Hello there, good sir or madame."
The cow like turns to look at you, Keela, and was like, "What the hell is going on here?" But at the same time, the cow seems cautious but curious, and the cow is like, "Hello, kind traveler. I don't. What's up?"
Yes, I know. Yeah, I know. This is not a common occurrence for you, and I apologize. But still, in like perfect cow, I say, "Has there been anything weird happening to the human people of this town, and the dwarfy people?"
My
The
human
people.
masters seem quite agitated, quite unhappy. I unfortunately can't understand what they're saying, or what sort of...
Did a large group of menacing travelers sort of like boast into town recently? Besides us,
Well, I'm not really sure. I mostly just,
Grays.
I graze, and I sort of spend my days enjoying the sunlight and tending to my calves and
Mhm.
eating more grass and hay.
It sounds like quite a life. I wish you the best, and thank you for answering my questions. And then I walk away.
And that cow goes back to eating grass.
So,
That cow is the chillest cow I've ever talked to in any tabletop game.
I mean, what kind of cow? All right. Let's maybe.
Ursha tries not to laugh, assuming she's there.
Yeah. So Thelron and Ursha.
Oh
you
no,
guys are both
Thelron and
watching
Ursha are
this.
probably just like watching this. And
Yeah,
like, wait, what?
they're watching this and wondering what's happening.
Well,
What's the
Felron's
shape?
watching the whole thing going, well, it's not the strangest thing I've seen.
Basically.
That's so bad.
All right, so I'll say at this point, Senta's definitely returned to the group.
All right.
Okay.
The things we've
So-
seen today.
And Senta's like, did I miss anything?
Boy, have you.
He is like confused as you looked at the group.
It's better if you don't ask.
So Senta like informs the group what occurred and has informed that Elena has gone to the tavern ahead, and Senta is fetching everyone to go into the tavern, perhaps to get somewhere warm.
Okay.
And yeah,
Okay.
Warm seems good.
All right.
Seems
so,
like a wonderful idea for those who need warmth.
The group, as you guys are heading back, I'm kind of gonna give you I'll go back to Elena, and then you guys will join the group. The group will join Elena. So meanwhile, Elena, back, you've entered the tavern, and you've walked up to the bartender, whom you recognize, and he immediately recognizes you, and he's your old friend, Rax, who owns this tavern. It's his tavern. You've known him. His name's Rax Tyvold, and he's a human. He has like kind of brownish skin and brownish hair, and he recognizes you immediately, and he says, "Oh, hello there, Elena. It's good to see you. I wasn't expecting you so soon, but I hope everything's going okay."
Neither was I.
He laughs.
I need how many people in our party? Probably
Five.
five
Five of
rooms
y'all.
tonight. I'm gonna ask him first. Do you have space available in your inn/tavern area?
Unfortunately, we only have one room remaining.
Yikes.
Yeah. I'm sorry, my friend, but unfortunately only one room. Do you think you'll be able to manage with that?
Yes.
Uh,
I mean, yeah.
Don't worry. Oh, he says, don't worry about the tab right now. We'll handle that later. How are you doing? What brings you back to Ilgar?
I've had better days. I've noticed there's a lot of commotion in your tavern. Could you give me some backstory on what seems to be the trouble here? Last time I walked through, everything was calm and peaceful, and now it seems like something tore through here and not so friendly company.
Unfortunately, he seems a little hesitant to explain that. Even though you've had this rapport and this past relationship, he seems a little hesitant to sort of come forward and give you this information. So you're going to have to make a persuasion check. I'll give you advantage on this since you do have a past relationship, but you're going to have to sort of coax it out of him a little bit.
Okay, so my persuasion is just +1 to my D1? Or my D20?
Yes.
It's
correct.
plus your charisma plus your
Persuasion.
So +2?
persuasion.
Yes.
Yes, that sounds more right.
Ooh.
Okay.
Well.
No, so I think you
Oh,
had advantage.
can roll again, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Much better.
There we go. Good job,
That's what I
Elena.
wanted to see.
Yikes. Okay. All right. So you're able to sort of crack that nut right wide open, and Rax, he leans forward and he looks to you, Elena, straight in the eye, and he says, "Unfortunately," he's whispering to you. He says, "Unfortunately, there are some guards guards of the king upstairs, cavorting with the finest prostitutes that Greenford can offer. That's why, unfortunately, we have very few rooms today. But I hope you do intend to keep quiet and keep low. I would hate to see something happening to you, friend."
The same. How many guards are upstairs?
He sort of scratches his chin and thinks for a moment. I believe I saw 3.
Ooh. And how long have they been upstairs?
He sort of looks to the clock that's standing or resting behind him on the wall next to the sword. He says, "I believe they've been there for about 3 hours now."
Well, they might be coming back down. But okay, so just to the DM out of character. None of our party is known in Ilgar except for maybe me, but not up here.
Possibly
Senta.
me. I'm
Is
still
Senta
working
wanted
this
in
out
such a
again.
because we're kind of like at the outskirts of Ilgar right now. Like
Yeah.
we're not in like
Well,
any major town.
Well, Senta is mostly wanted by gang.
I mean, if you
a
don't want
group
to
of
reveal
gangsters.
this information explicitly, you could just say, like, at a scale of 1 to 10, how wanted are you in Ilgar, I guess. Like, don't feel pressured like you have to reveal your backstory.
By the Ilgarian government specifically?
Yes, by the
that the question?
Ilgarian military, the Tyrant King, things like that. Just to give sort of a gauge of, like...
Well, because like we have guards. There's guards upstairs, so I'm just trying to see if like if we all come into this tavern right now, like we're rolling up in here, and they come down, like are they gonna know that like somebody here is like their face is like all over the
I think I would be technically a -1 of wanted in an arrested manner by the Ilgarian government. Considering I am a low-key baroness, I'm still figuring out which nobility title she married into.
Okay.
So like if they'll know your face.
They'll know my face, but they won't be like, arrest her!
Okay.
Okay.
They probably won't even know who I am.
Aw.
So sweet.
Awesome. The dwarf knows.
Well, I think on a scale for Senta would be 2 because
Okay.
like she's hunted by a particular type, not by the government, but there might be some corrupt guards that might
Okay.
be like, ooh, bounty.
Okay, but like probably more in like big cities where like gangs and like bribery are high, because we're like in the sticks right now. We're not in like a big.
We're
town.
we're
You're
in
in Kansas
Fantasy,
right now,
Iowa.
essentially.
Yeah, we're not. I feel like maybe that probably with the gangs and stuff would be more like at a big city, like the capital or whatnot. But we're kind of
Like
far away, so
this
we
one.
should be okay rolling in here, right?
I mean,
Overall.
no guarantees, but if you no longer
Okay.
have a party member who's wanted, I would say you're doing all right.
All right. Then that's good then. We'll just try not to make any
Sudden movements.
like any no barb rolls or anything. Let's not bring attention to
Addicted.
ourselves then.
Yeah.
Trying to be
No
silent.
fire.
No
Right,
bagpipes?
fire, no bagpipes.
Yeah.
All right.
I can just go into the shadows.
Yeah. You can just bounce.
Just stealth again.
All right. So
All right.
you guys, you and Elena know that there's not many rooms left. You only know there's one room left. And he mentioned that there's 3 guards upstairs cavorting with prostitutes. And where would you
So
like
he-
to proceed from there?
So he said he was uncomfortable because of the guards in the area. Since I rolled like high, can I ask him like, is there anything else? Like, is it just the guards in the area? Was there like
Well,
why the guards are in the area?
he'll mention. Okay, so he'll say, is she's explicitly asking?
Yeah.
Okay. He says, unfortunately, as the Tyrant King sort of took over the main city, and as you know, sort of that range of power has sort of rippled out in like gradually over time. Power has been rippling out from Kalimport towards these outskirt, low-lying farmland regions where Greenford is, and as time has passed, we've seen more and more Ilgarian knights and guards passing through our town. Today, these guards came into our town early this morning, and they brought, and he leans even closer to you, Elena, and he sort of makes a very, very subtle pointing at the guy you saw earlier who looked very distressed and very unhappy and uncomfortable. He said, earlier, he came in, the guards brought him in, plopped him down at the seat at my bar counter, and ever since, he's been fidgeting and very uncomfortable and murmuring to himself. I try not to pay attention to what he's saying, but he sounds very discontent about some place called Nipton.
So he doesn't know what he, like, have you been listening to what he's been saying, or like, can he repeat anything that he's saying?
Well, he did say something about how cities will burn if they choose not to follow along with the Tyrant King's plans. He seemed to be muttering it over and over. I try not to think about that, you know, we live in this quiet little town. I mostly just try to focus on my tavern and my people. We've been lucky so far that nothing terrible has happened to our people. We've heard rumors about other places, you know, suffering terrible fates, but for now, I've mostly been trying to keep to myself and my people.
Okay. I'm gonna thank him for his help and the one room. And I'm gonna go find like a. Is there like a space in the bar I can go grab a table and like wait for the party to come in so I can relay all this information?
Has, arrived at the same time, and there is a table available.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go sit at that table and motion everyone over to sit over here and relay everything that just got relayed to me, including the fact that there's only one room available.
Good luck.
Well, sounds we're shacking up together tonight.
Yeah, sleeping bags
Oh,
on the
boy.
ground. So the one thing I want to ask the party, I know, I mean, obviously I joined the party a little bit late, so I'm not too much into the details of all of their ins and outs, whatnot. I probably know that the information about the king, like that burning thing, is probably not good, and they are chasing the princess of Novos,
Yes.
right?
Well, they were.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, she was kidnapped by someone from Elgar, presumably the king. So currently,
Alright.
the mission is to get her back.
Right, and just out of character, I'm taking them to Kalimpor, right?
Yes. So
Okay.
you're escorting them to Kalimport. That's what Keela ended up putting forward the entire bill that you laid out.
And I thank her. And I'm not
Sugar
poor.
mama.
You're
Alright.
escorting the party to Kalimport. Safely,
Okay.
of course.
So, Nipton is along the way. This sounds really bad. I kind of want to go talk to the guy at the bar I feel like we need to talk to the guy at the bar. See what his mutterings are about. Is anybody...
I feel like that would be a appropriate course of action.
Wouldn't.
Does anybody... Like, how... for D&D roles, who has highest persuasion in the party? Like, is that what you would need
I
to question
have-
someone?
Charismatic.
I
There you
have 17 in charisma. I think
That's
the only
pretty damn
two
high.
people that could, I think, rival me are Felron and Ursha?
Yes.
I am low on the people person. All right. Well, if you have 17, then maybe you should go talk, and we'll just maybe stand around. Maybe not all of. Do we all stand around?
I
and just-
think we should do this like one person mission, and we should have a code word in case everything goes wrong.
All right. Well, can Senta stealth and listen to a conversation?
Yes.
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 That would be
Then
another
let's at
stealth
least
check,
have-
I think.
That'll be
Okay.
another.
All right. Well, maybe we can roll. Can I roll again for stealth?
I mean,
Or
sure.
probably
I mean,
just-
I
well,
guess one way
Senta
you could
probably-
do it is you could all sort of make stealth checks, and maybe you could just like plant yourselves around the inn. And...
If we fail, though, will that make that guy uncomfortable? If there's a bunch of us standing around?
Yes.
Well, okay, so maybe we let the most charismatic person go to the bar, and then the one that has the stealth go. You have high modifier right to your stealth, right?
Yes.
Senta. Okay, well, maybe just the two of them go then. Maybe
Yeah.
the rest of us we won't. We'll just sit here and be prepared if
Do we
something
have a
happens.
contingency plan?
Oh yeah,
I think our contingency plan is whoever we send to be our air quotes diplomat. I volunteer for that. If anyone wants to fight me for it, they can. I think our contingency plan is as soon as it looks to be going sideways, we back out of the bar, and then we proceed to go a safe distance from the bar. And then I think we should, if the person leaves the bar, we track the person.
Okay. Well, Theron, Ursha, and I are sitting, and Orion,
Looking casual. You're
looking casually sitting at, like, a table, and we can kind of see, like, the tavern. So if somebody got up, we'd be able to, like, go, but we'll just let, Kayla and, Zenta... Kella!
Can
Damn
you
it!
say Hella?
I am so
Say
sorry!
Hella.
Sorry!
Say hello, Zath.
So sorry,
Say hello.
ma'am.
Say
Ella,
hello.
Kella.
Hello.
Alright.
Perfect.
It
I got
amuses me.
Kayla
Don't worry.
goes up,
If
and
it
then
didn't
Zenta...
amuse me, you would know about it.
Alright, well then Senta will stealth, and she'll be there, the rogue will be there for if, like, this dude attacks her or whatever. And then we'll
Alright.
deal. There we go, we have our battle plan.
If he attacks me, he's biting off much more than he can chew.
Ooh.
Alright, so that's our...
I'm gonna.
So
Okay,
I'm gonna go like actually like sorta sidle up. Senta's doing the sneaky thing.
Mhm.
Which is a 13, so.
Let's see
guys
how
want-
paranoid this man is.
Ooh, man.
Okay.
Well, at least it's only one extra person in case he does see you. It's
Yeah,
only, like,
true.
2
Yes.
instead of 5.
I can just pretend Senta's my stalker. It's fine. I have contingencies out of my dude. That is the kind of character I'm playing. Okay. But I, more or less, I think I flag down the barkeep. I get a glass of ale from him. I pay him. So it's like, what, 3 gold? 5?
Well, I mean, if you want to... Yeah, it's about 5 gold.
5 gold.
Okay.
Okay.
Such an expensive
Mostly
drink.
asking so I
It's a
can
good drink.
keep track of it. Okay. And I take this cup of ale with me, and I sit next to the man who's muttering to himself, and I say, I hear all sorts of fascinating things about Nipton, and you seem to be the man in this bar who knows the most about Nipton right now.
Oh boy. Should you do... I think you should do your, persuasion... Well, maybe not persuasion, but maybe more like... Let's see.
Straight up charisma?
Yeah, maybe just straight up charisma.
Okay. I can maybe argue that it's a persuasion roll because I'm persuading him that I'm non-threatening.
Yeah, and it's kind of
But-
like a first impressions kind of roll.
Yeah, so charisma persuasion?
Yes.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
thank God for those double 3s.
Alright, so you hand him the drink, and he sort of turns and looks at you, Kella, sorry. Kella.
It's okay. It's the
And,
first session she's in here. Let's go.
He looks from the drink to you, Kella, and he sort of jumps back, and he starts kind of getting very, very jittery, like he's had too much caffeine to drink, and he says, what do you mean about Nipton? I don't know anything about Nipton.
That's... I thought I heard you say something, but I suppose if you don't know anything about Nipton being in trouble, I guess I can't have my friends and I go and try to see if we can help.
I don't know, lady, if you should go to Nipton. That sounds like a terrible idea.
I mean, one of my friends is capable of exploding large armies with the thought of his mind, so perhaps we could do some good in Nipton if something's awry.
He reaches out and he grabs a hold of that flagon of ale, and he sort of downs it all in one drink, and you can notice that he visibly grimaces as it sort of goes down his throat, and his eyes get very shifty, and he's sort of looking around kind of in a paranoid manner, and he's like, I don't know if I should tell you about Nipton.
We can step outside if that makes you feel more comfortable.
No, that's even
No,
worse.
no, I'm just offering. Offering. It is not
I
a
can't,
forceful
no.
threat. Nope. Okay. All right.
I can't. I can't. What happened in Nipton? I can't talk about it. No, I can't. I'm sorry.
So,
it's
okay, I'm not prying. I'm mostly just trying to get the general.
What do you
sense.
mean about having powerful heroes?
One of my friends is a mighty dwarven sorcerer, and I've seen him call down not one, not two, but 3 bolts of lightning at
Bolts
once.
of lightning, you say?
Bolts of lightning. Oh, we have a very, very strong ranger who she has a magnificent beast of an animal companion. I would show you him, but he's disappeared. He tends to blink off like the blink dogs of legend, you know?
Blink dogs of legends. That they sound really powerful.
Mm-hmm. Very powerful fae. Very powerful fae. They're almost like people. I would say that he's almost like a people. We have a very, very talented bard who, with several notes of her bagpipes, can inspire whole armies.
Bagpipes. You say bagpipes? They make my
I know.
make my skin crawl.
I know. That's how inspiring she is. He takes a instrument like the bagpipes and turns them into an instrumental inspiration of battle and valor. Oh, she's so talented. And
I don't know about this lady. I don't know. You're dealing with some mighty powerful forces. If I say it,
it would be a first for me.
wait, say that again, lady.
It wouldn't be a first time dealing with powerful forces for me. My husband's wonderful. Yes, he's quite wonderful. With a single blow of his glaive, I've seen him take down 6 direwolves at once. It was gorgeous.
You sure you haven't had some of this here ale, lady?
Oh no, I'm strictly non-alcoholic.
Well, that's a damn shame, if you ask me. Who the hell are you, even?
You may address me as Kella. No last name, since I don't really particularly have family. Not in the biological sense. I have family in the friend sense.
Well, I've been to Nipton, and I have seen terrible things, and I can't in good conscience tell anyone to go. No matter what these godforsaken guards, they just I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to come here, but I couldn't. They killed everyone. They killed my family. They killed my friend's family. They killed my neighbors.
You don't have to talk about it if it makes you upset. It makes me glad to know that you are looking out for other people and that you are looking out for my family and I.
Well, he grabs hold of you. He grabs hold of your robes, Killa, and he sort of pulls you closer, and he says, "You don't understand, lady. I won the lottery. I was the only one that made it out, and now these people, these guards, they parade me around. They tell me of the terrible horrors that Ilgar will do to people. They say that cities will burn. They say that people will die in mass amounts. I can't say anything.
You can't put up with this treatment anymore, is what I'm hearing.
They'll kill me.
No.
All my life is all I have left.
That's fair. You also have that very nice and you also have a acquaintance sitting right next to you who's just told you about all the things that she and her friends are capable of.
Well, unfortunately, as you both are talking, the whole conversation gets interrupted because he looks towards the stairs and he sees this glimmer of silver, and down from the stairs come 3 armed men wearing tabards that you all recognize as being the same sort of tattoo. You've seen it in the tattoos.
It's like the swirly.
It's the swirl with the sword in it, and I promise the swirl with the sword actually has like It's not just a swirl with a sword. It's more like a
It,
Caduceus
it
kind of
has
thing.
meaning.
Yeah, it has a meaning. It's. I guess if you have to think of what it sort of looks like, it kind of appears like a Caduceus, but not a Caduceus, I guess. So those 3 guards come down the stairs, interrupting your conversation, and they bark out, "Hey, William, what are you doing talking to people? You were supposed to just sit there and look terrifying."
Oh, no, sir. I was flirting with him. Excuse me. And I get up, and I move from the guy's side.
I'll nudge the other 2 that I'm with and be like, "Hey, look alive."
Yeah, so we couldn't hear right across the bar, but we can at least
I mean,
see
some
that.
of you heard like maybe 50 to 75% of his frantics panicking. Pretty much
What about-
everyone in the bar heard, and they're all very tense and very unhappy. Having
Right,
heard
well, this
all
is an
that.
awkward atmosphere.
It's a pretty awkward atmosphere. It's pretty bad. Doom and gloom is sort of hanging on this bar. So 3 guards have come down, and they, Kella, they sort of interrupt you. They cross you before you're able to
Move
sort of
too far.
regroup with the group. Sorry, that's redundant. But they stop you and they say, "Hey, who the hell are you and what the fuck?" Well, I'm sorry, I don't want to cuss like that. Sorry. I don't want to be like that.
Oh.
They say, "What the hell are you doing talking to our man?"
Was there a Z snap involved?
Yeah.
'Cause
I feel like it was.
Pretty much. And
Sorry, can I have your rank and name, please?
I am from the Kalimport 1st Regiment. And who the hell do you think you are?
I think I'm rather the Baroness of place name here that I haven't decided yet.
Alright, you're gonna have to do a persuasion. You're gonna have to persuade them that you are who you say you are.
That is a nat 1!
Yikes! Well, this is
I-
about to
Good
be
job,
bad.
Elron! Good job, Elron! You called it!
Well, unfortunately, the leader of this guard troop, he's a big,
Is
very
dumb as
burly man.
bricks!
He does not believe your story at all, Kella, and he puts his hand on his sword and he says, "You better start talking right now, or I am not afraid to draw my sword, even in the middle of this wonderful company." And he says that with sarcasm.
Oh, is that so? Is that to say, is the hunt on?
I guess. Are you saying that
I
in
hit him.
character?
Yes, that is completely entirely in character.
Okay.
And
Well,
I wait for his response.
real quick. So when in this case, I'm assuming you're trying to roll like an intimidation check.
No, I'm just goading him.
Okay.
That is just taunting at this point, while also being a cheeky shit about my husband.
Theron hears that last line and just kind of shakes his
I
head
don't
and
know
goes,
if
"All right,
anyone
people."
wants to like step in before I
Well,
Before
who's
things
the
get
who is
real
the
bad.
next? Who's the next highest in charisma that maybe we can talk down so we don't like?
For sure, Elron is one of the two!
before that even happens, the guard tells you, Killa, shove your fucking hunt.
Hell,
Oh!
God.
Oh, is this how it's going
So-
to be?
So Theron gets up and goes, "Hey, whoa, hey, whoa, hey, whoa. Can we bring this down a little bit?"
I wouldn't like to bring this down. I would like to take him outside and shove my teeth into his neck.
Definitely doesn't appreciate that.
Ooh. Theron. Oh man.
This would be cute to Sento can because just a question, this is out of character, but since Sento rolled 13, is she noticed by the guards?
Oh yes.
Oh.
She's she's trying to casually be casual, if that makes sense. Like you're trying real hard to be casual.
Failing to be-
It's like you're leaning against the bar, but like you look like you're trying real hard to do it. Sorry.
Trying to not be noticeable, but being
Yeah.
real noticeable.
Unfortunately.
So there's no way for me to like slip like like-
Yes, I believe you do have the ability to like disengage and things like that. If you want to like,
I think that's one of the rogue
if you want to like back
class
off,
abilities.
slip into the shadows. Feel free.
yeah. I'm gonna Senta is gonna like because of the commotion. She's gonna try and slip into the shadows and maybe like if they decide to cause shit, they like she can help at it. You know.
Yeah. So I'm not exact. I think you just do that. Like I don't think you have a roll or anything like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking at like rogue stuff right now. I think yeah, she can use cunning
Cunning
action
action,
to
yep.
disengage.
Okay. So you back off, Senta, and you sort of slip back into the crowd, and it's as if you were never really even there, but you are there, sneaking,
Yep.
hiding. All right.
Waiting, watching.
All right. So clearly there's some very angry, high emotions between Kella and the main guard leader.
Mhm.
I don't know if anyone else wants to attempt to bring
I
the situation
Don't
down,
think
or...
Ursha and I
I will-
should join it. No, you got bad charisma. Let Snuggles do it.
No, I have good charisma. My intelligence is shit. Remember?
Oh, well,
Okay.
It's
does that,
the other way
does that help
around.
in persuasion though?
Yeah.
Charisma-
My persuasion is
Yeah.
+4,
Okay.
and my
Yeah,
charisma has
no,
a +1
like-
modifier.
All right. Well, I'm crap in all things social, so I'm gonna sit right here next to my half wolf dog, and we're gonna watch the. Yeah, we're gonna just watch. We're
Just
prepared
watching this
though.
entire shit
Yeah.
show.
Hand on my sword, dog at the ready, but we're watching, praying that some people are gonna. Yeah, because this is about to get super bad.
It's about to get real bad. Okay, so that's your persuasion roll, correct?
Yes.
All right. So what? What are you trying to tell him?
There's no big deal here. Just based on this, just calm down and step
Bring
away.
it down.
If I have to, I will use my intimidation check instead. Because
You
it's
might
the
wanna
same stats,
definitely should give that a go. Yeah, I would definitely give that a go.
that was worse.
Okay, we're gonna go on
Mm.
then. So the main guard turns to you, Ursha, and through the very thin islets of his helmet, he sort of squints at you and says, "Who are you? What are you doing in this town? You look suspicious. I could have you arrested right at this moment."
Oh
For
my god, what a
obstructing justice.
jerk.
Kella is just making hand mo-
So you called him a jerk, huh?
No, I was whispering under my
No.
breath.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause he wouldn't have liked that.
Elena is regretting her choices here. Letting these guys talk.
But that money, though.
Yeah, that money. Oh, the money. I'm sobbing.
Alright, well, these guys are very unhappy with y'all, and they don't trust you, and they don't know who you are, and they didn't particularly like that you were talking to the guy at the counter, Mr. William Tranner, and I will spell that for you, because it's not... Trannon, sorry. William Trannon. Did not like that you were talking to him, because they have plans for him. So I think everyone's gonna have to roll initiative, because they are not interested in dealing with your shit anymore.
So it's the initiative is +2? Or this
So
is a
yeah, it'll
proficiency bonus.
be a d20 plus your dex modifier.
Yep. Oh, hey, Kella, you broke the correct. So proud of you.
Don't forget to roll for Orion, Zeph.
All right. Shit, I don't have a sheet up. Oh god.
Oh god.
Gotta go grab his
sec.
sheet.
I know, I know,
Fast.
I know. I'm
What
trying.
about for Senta and Ursha? They're both the same, and they're both like the dice. So who
Well,
would
since
go
Do they
first?
have
you
the
are going to have
same-
you get, I think, advantage on this roll because you're in stealth.
Okay.
They're not
Engage.
expecting you to jump out.
It's the
Yes.
dex roll?
Yes, Seth.
Alright, well.
Meh.
There it is.
He's trying his best.
He is.
So,
I mean, at least it wasn't just a raw d20 roll.
yeah. So
Yes.
Senta, if you want to roll again, you can. See if you get
Okay.
higher.
All right.
And let me roll the bad guys.
Okay. My other roll is better.
So, I guess roll off for who goes first in that slot?
Yeah, so between Ursha and Senta, both of you roll again.
Like a flat
Yeah,
d20?
just a flat d20.
All right. Well.
Let's see.
All right,
Ursha
getting-
can roll lower. There we go. Okay. So Ursha first and Senta.
Yes, correct. Okay, so top of the order then is Ursha.
Alright, let me go look at what I have for abilities again, as I forgot. Or I could use my crossbow, but I think I'd rather use the bagpipes, because I mean, the novelty of it is enough that I want to use it every time.
Yeah, and I mean, Mr. the crazy guy at the counter said he doesn't like bagpipes, so maybe you'll change his mind.
Oh my god.
Or
I
you'll
missed
make his
that
ears
part.
bleed. We'll see.
Oh dear.
Oh no, you did that on purpose. So let's see, it's 1d4 psychic damage. I think you have to do like some sort of saving throw, right?
Yes.
For Vicious Mockery.
Wisdom. Yeah.
Um,
So I think it works on everybody in the radius, right? Not a specific person.
I want to say it's a specific
I think it's a
person. Let me see.
person, otherwise that'd be a
Yeah,
lot of
it is
failures,
a
I think.
creature. Yeah,
Oh,
it
a
is
creature.
a creature.
Okay, cool.
If the target can hear you, though it need not understand you, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage and have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the next end of its turn.
I'm gonna do that normal DPS tactic of get the little guys first and then get the big guy.
Okay, so it's three guards, and there's one big buff dude, and two of them are little. They're not scrawny. They're just like normal average guys wearing armor, plate armor.
Alright, getting one of those average guys, probably the one on the left.
Yes, and you're all pretty much in like a 10-foot proximity because it's a very small little tavern.
Quick question though.
Hmm?
So since like the population
Is
is
in the middle
like
of
all
this tavern?
crabbed in this bar, none of the attacks that nobody's gonna use like an AoE right to hit like the townspeople.
The one person
Talk
you need to be
to
concerned about is
Thelron.
Thelron.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, there are civilians here, and I think
have no AoE to speak of,
Okay.
so it's all Thelron.
okay, alright.
Senta doesn't really mind because he has fire immunity, so yeah. Everyone will be cooked to
Yeah. Sorry, Thelron. I'm sorry. We always do this
I just
to
wanted
you.
to make sure, because I feel like that's something that we should take into
I
consideration.
would just like to point out, I did not instigate this fight.
You never do.
That was all me. That was all me. That is like sincerely on me this time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait.
To be fair, I was rolling with that nat 1 and
Yeah, I mean, you can't, you know.
I can't
you
control the
hold them,
nat
fold
1.
them, you can't, Anyways,
Yep.
so Ursha, your ability, let's,
Vicious Mockery.
what's
They need to roll like a wisdom save, and it's something to do with her wisdom. I can't see her sheet, so I'm like, meh.
It says 12.
Okay,
Okay,
alright,
so
let
they
me
have to
for
roll
their
a D12.
wisdom. So, where's wisdom? Oh, he has no modifier, so hopefully... Okay, so he's definitely gonna get hit.
It's only one person,
Yep.
so
Mm-hmm.
yep.
And it
So
says,
roll that 1d4.
Yeah, so this
Yeah,
is for their
1d4.
damage.
Yeah. He takes 1 psychic damage.
1 psychic damage.
But more importantly, he has disadvantage on his next attack.
Oh yeah,
more-
that's
definitely more
definite. Yep.
important. All
I'm gonna
right.
attack the other one next time then.
Okay. So next up in the order is then Senta, who is
Okay,
going
so
to
you
burst in
say-
the shadows.
Yep. So is it like
I think
I'm like 10?
you have sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna do attack on them with. Is it like by weapon as well, or is it by like?
Sneak attack. You
'Cause I'm
roll
reading
your
the
weapon
line.
attack. Yeah,
Okay.
you roll your weapon attack, and then after you figure out if your weapon attack hits, you roll the damage dice that your weapon has. So I think you're using short bow.
Since it's like, because I'm thinking like, how close am like? Just a question. How close am I? Like, if I sneak into the shadow, like the crowd, like how close am I to like?
I
The
think
guard.
Wendy said we were all within like 10 feet.
Yeah.
Oh,
You would be the
Oh.
furthest away, Senta, since you disengaged
So
the
like
furthest.
the furthest bubble,
Okay.
10
Place you
feet,
could
maybe
go inside the
15
bar.
feet.
It's like
yep.
a
Then yeah.
like a like about a 2,000 square feet kind of bar setup.
Okay. Then yeah, she'll probably use a short bow in that
Okay.
case. So so it will be.
Welp.
So what do I roll again?
Okay. So,
You roll your attack, which
Yes.
is 1d20 plus your proficiency bonus plus dex.
Sorry, what was that? So it is.
1d20
1d20
Yep.
plus 4
plus.
Plus 4.
plus
Okay.
2 plus 2.
Okay. Plus 2.
Yep, so that'll
Just
be
add 2 to
13.
that.
Okay.
Does that beat his AC?
That does not.
Nope, so it
Ooh.
just pings off of his armor.
It's off of his armor.
And I think he knows you're there now,
Yep, he
so you
definitely
can't
knows you're
sneak
there.
attack again.
Oh, who did you, of the 3 guys, who did you hit? Or attempt to hit?
I was gonna try to hit the one that Ursha.
Okay,
But-
so the guy on the left, alright.
Okay.
Alright, so next in the order then is... I think, Kella. Oh no, sorry, it's one of the
Kella,
bad
okay.
guys. No, sorry, it's one of the bad guys. Sorry!
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it gives me more time to figure out what kind of spell I'm going to toss at these
Alright,
motherfuckers.
so the next guy in the order is the guy in the middle. The big, tough guy. The leader of this little band of guards. And he is going to do... He's going to use his spear that he has strapped to his back, and he is going to attack Kella, because he simply just does not like you, Kella.
This is fair. Many people do not.
Alright, so let me do his
She's a very acquired taste.
plus 3... It's plus the
There's a
dex.
joke
Is it
there.
plus the dex, too?
What? I was
For the hit
distracted.
roll, is it plus the dex as well? Proficiency plus dex?
Yeah, it's proficiency plus dex.
Okay. I don't think that's gonna hit.
Nope.
Okay. So he does... you just dodge his spear attempt. His piercing spear attempt. So you dodge him.
No. I can't push this.
Alright, so now it is your turn, Kella.
Okay. Let me see. Which one do I want to do? This one has the least amount of possible hitting other people.
I mean, that's important.
Yes, it is. Question, though.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a mechanic question. If I light someone on fire, is the floor wood?
It is the floor... The entire building is wood.
The
Please
entire
don't.
building is wood. So no! Okay, so no hellish rebuke for the moment. Darn. Darn. Can't use my exciting spells. Well, I'll use my other exciting spell. Let me look up the rules to make sure I have it right. I will cast Frostbite
Okay.
at the dude who just tried to shove a spear in my face. He has to
He's-
make a
he's the
Constitution
guard.
saving roll.
All right.
And let me pull up my page to make sure what number that is, because I don't know how to calculate that yet.
So for saving rolls for just like for monsters, like is that just their Constitution modifier?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Got it. Oh, I have a feeling that fails.
That fails by, like, I think 5. My con save for that spell is 13.
Okay. So what? It's
So-
a frost spell?
It's Frostbite.
So
On a
he's
failed
gonna get
save, the
cold.
target takes 1d6 cold damage and has disadvantage on the next attack roll before the end of its next turn. So let me
Okay.
roll that damage. And of course!
Oh man. that sucks.
Yikes.
Ursha,
That
high
one.
five for twinsies!
So many ones today.
Yeah. All right. Well, he takes a little bit of frost damage.
But now he has disadvantage
Yes.
on his next
Two
attack
of
roll,
these
which
guards
means
have disadvantage.
2 of them
Yep.
have.
Yep.
Fuck you! Okay.
All right. So next up
Who's
in the
next?
order is guard number 2. He'll be on the right-hand side. Your guys is right, just to clarify. And he is going to use one of his action abilities to grab one of the people. Or not, is it action? No, it's your movement. He's going to grab one of the civilians that is sitting in the tavern, and he's going to
hell
grab
no.
hold of him as a human shield.
This is what happens when you guys have a fight over just diplomacy.
All right. So, but just to clarify, what a human shield will do in this case is, unless you guys are you manage to free the human person who is caught, this guard in particular is going to have a +2 to his armor class. So,
Okay.
So he's being a little dick and grabbing someone.
I got something for that.
Too bad the whole building is, like, flammable, because otherwise I could hit him without having to roll his AC.
Huh. All right. So this guard is going to attack. He's going to attack Senta. Though actually no. Let me take that back. Senta's a bit too far away. He's going to attack Thelron.
Uh-oh.
Just doesn't like dwarves. He's a racist guy. Sorry, Thelron. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
And in that moment, I really wished I rolled.
And he's going to use
Yeah, that kind of hits.
yeah, good. Okay, so he's going to use his spear. They all have spears. So
I think you double his damage.
all right, so that'll be
Nat 20
2d20
crit.
plus the modifier.
For us.
So should I just roll this twice, or should I like in the dice roll?
Roll the damage dice twice.
Okay,
Roll
gotcha,
the damage
gotcha.
twice.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I was like, wait,
Holy shit.
what? That's not damage
Wait.
dice.
That's not
it's-
damage.
Oh,
Those aren't
shit,
damage
sorry.
dice. Those are d20s.
So just looking at that, I'm dead. And looking at the second one, yep, really dead.
Sorry. My bad.
Oh,
you're welcome,
my
Andy.
bad. My bad, everyone. That's not what he uses. My bad.
We're in a lot of trouble if they hit that hard.
My bad.
There we go.
So
Seven damage.
plus
That's
6, so that's 13.
Oh,
okay.
Thelron's
I'm at
on
zero.
the
Floor, Thelron.
Oh, God.
Thelron's on the floor.
Oh
Everybody walk
Oh,
the
man.
dinosaur.
no. Oh, this is.
Yikes. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's
okay.
extremely unfortunate.
We
Yeah.
and then I wish I had
let me
my
just
healer.
paint the scene for you all, so you can feel the
Okay.
spear pierce through all of your hearts. So the right hand guard steps forward and pierces his long halberd spear into your chest, Thelron, and it feels like he pierced it twice, but it was only once, and it hurts. And you're bleeding quite a lot now, and you're on the floor. And your beautiful robes that you're wearing and your hood are all getting bloodstained.
I think he has light armor.
No, I think he's got.
Like leather.
I think he's got something heavier.
Still doesn't help.
I think he got bigger concerns than the armor.
But it looks good.
It looks good on him.
Alright.
And there's a dwarven woman standing nearby, and she screams. She screams in terror. She's like, "Oh no, he was the cute one."
Now, Snuggles, I would like to extend you a sympathy pat.
All right.
Okay.
Next person in the
Who's
order
next?
is guard number 3. So let's
He's
see
got
what
disadvantage.
he is going.
Wait, haven't both guards already gone though?
No,
Isn't that
there's
the
3
second
guards.
guard?
No,
There's
there's
3 guards.
3.
It's a trio.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a trio. So the third guard, he does have disadvantage. He was hit by Ursha's vicious mockery. Correct, right? Vicious mockery. And
Yes.
so he'll have disadvantage on his attack roll, and he's going to attack Ursha, since Ursha played bagpipes aggressively at him. So he's going to roll d20. I have a feeling that hits. Oh no, wait, no, sorry, he has
Yes.
disadvantage. Oh, there you go.
Ooh,
Dodge
Ooh.
bullet. Or a spear, rather.
ooh, he has a nat. He's nat 1. Nat 1. What does
So
he
that
do?
means he accidentally...
Trips and
He
falls
trips
and
and
stabs
falls.
himself.
Oh yeah, okay, he'll
Please
trip and
stab
fall and stab
himself.
himself. Okay, perfect. He'll nick himself accidentally, so he'll take 1d6 plus 1. He takes 6 points of damage.
Thank
He
God.
really hurt himself.
Good thing for vicious mockery.
He really hurt himself there.
Vicious
I'm
mockery,
proud.
good spell.
So he's sort of bleeding from the stomach, but he's down. He's sort of down, but not out.
Mhm.
And next up in the order is then Elena.
Oh man. Oh, there's a lot of stuff going on here.
There's probably the biggest concern to you, the hostage.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so since it's all wood and we're really close, I'm not gonna bring out my sword. I'm gonna sling my bow. 'Cause I have a long bow on, and I'm gonna take a shot at the guy that's holding the hostage. Can I do that?
Yes.
That sounds dangerous as fuck, but yeah.
I mean, so I guess I'll just caution you by saying if you happen to roll a nat 1 or
Oh god.
I mean, probably the nat 1 is really all you gotta worry about. If you miss, you won't like shoot the like if your shot doesn't like actually hit, you're not gonna
Okay.
kill the hostage or anything. You're just gonna miss.
Okay. Okay,
That
so
would be my
Thunk
only
in the
warning.
wall.
Yeah.
maybe I won't take that shot. I'm going to
Remember, Orion can teleport
yeah,
now.
I'm gonna actually use him in the next turn. So I'm gonna take a shot at the dude the spear guy who killed Elrond, or who knocked Elrond unconscious. I'm gonna take a
Yes,
shot at him.
He's not dead
He's
yet.
not dead
Okay,
yet.
he unconsciously. I'm gonna take a shot at that guy.
Okay.
So that's I forget how to do it's D10 plus or
No,
D20
D20
plus.
plus your hit. So let's see for your
Proficiency plus dex bonus with this is the longbow, right?
Yeah, just the longbow.
Yeah.
Just +2.
yes.
All right.
Unfortunately, that does not hit.
Damn it!
So your arrow flies into the air and lands into the wall, piercing its
Thunk.
Crap.
wooden exterior. Alright,
Yeah.
next in the order is Orion.
Orion.
Yes.
All right. Orion's gonna use his half-blink dogness, go over, grab the hostage, and pull him away from the
You can
guard.
blink with the hostage.
So that will be I think a strength contest between Orion and...
No, he can literally
Oh, okay.
bite the hostage and then blink away. He is Tracer.
Okay, alright, cool.
I don't have to roll for him.
I don't think
Maybe
so.
roll to make sure he doesn't bite the person's arm off.
My question is this his movement or is his action rule?
We'll call this his movement.
You're using half of his movement to blink.
Okay, so if he can grab the hostage, pull away, that's his entire move?
Yeah, but I mean, you're relatively close enough that you're definitely within enough, and he's within enough movement to also, like, take a bite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because he can take a bite immediately after teleporting.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so he blinks in, grabs the hostage, blinks back out, then bites the guard.
Well, I mean,
And-
you gotta roll,
Ah, right. I mean, that's just...
Roll the bite, but
Alright, so just
that's
plus
just
his
a
strength.
general.
So D20 plus his strength?
He has his bite down below. See where I'm highlighting?
Plus 4?
Yes. Oh, he has 5 feet of reach. What a good boy. I always forget he has reach.
Good
Okay,
boy.
So you're hitting the captain of the guard, correct?
With his bite, no, I'm gonna bite at, or Orion's gonna bite at the guy that was holding the hostage, since that's what he's close
so that's
to.
the one who's on the right, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that definitely hits. So how much
Okay.
does the bite? What's
Okay,
the
so then I do...
Roll 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2? Okay.
Listen.
Okay.
He is
Did I do that right?
boy.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you did.
Okay. Good boy. Do way better than your master.
That is why we companions for second chances.
All right. So
I
next
got-
in the order is Thelron. So he has to do a death saving throw,
Come on, Thelron.
which I believe is a okay.
Back.
That does not pass. So that's 1 out of 3 down.
So, one failure
Back.
for Belron on the death saving throws.
Back to Ursha, unfortunately.
Heal him!
Oh no!
Still not dead yet.
Instead of attacking the other guy, I think I'm going to go up to Thelron and use Healing Word, assuming he doesn't have this. Oh yeah, the proper medical protocol is to not pull something that's impaled in somebody at the moment.
Yeah, I would.
I don't think he
Well, no,
has.
I
I
mean,
don't
it was
think he
a-
has
it was a
anything
straight,
impaled.
The-
It was just a.
Stab and pull
it's
out,
just a
it
stab
sounds
and
like.
pull out, correct? Piercing.
Oh, okay. So that means that I'm going to use Healing Word on him, so I'm going to use that spell.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll 1d4 plus 2.
All right.
Yeah. Save my magic, buddy.
Okay. So
God.
I'm not dead.
Thelron
Oh,
has
man.
3 points of life in his veins.
Oh god.
3 whole points. But he's not dead and he's not down, so that's good. Next up in the order is Senta.
Alright. I'm going to go for the right dude and aim my bow again.
Okay.
So, yeah. Hopefully get him this time.
I believe.
I believe.
Oh, unfortunately,
Nope.
that does not hit. So
That's stupid.
there's yet another arrow next to this other arrow. It's going to be a collection of arrows. All right. Next.
Thelron just doesn't bother ducking because it's going over his head anyway.
Okay. Next up is the guard captain, and this time he is going to once again use his spear, and this time he is going to try to hit Elena.
Wait, is Elena in melee range for him? What's the reach on
Uh,
spears? Is he throwing it?
Well, I mean, I guess the better question is how far away, Kella, were you from the Elena, Thelron? No, I mean you're all
Well, you
all
said
you're all
we could
within
hear
50.
them, so
You're
we
up.
have to be with really
Yeah, you're
close,
pretty
so that
much
is
within
technically
5
within
Yeah.
Y'all
we're
kind
all
of grouped up.
kind of...
Well, Elena
well, I
said
stayed
that
back
she
at the
was in
table,
back.
so I'm a little
was
bit
back at
further
the
away from the
table.
party.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was
He
at the
Senta
table.
weren't at the clusterfuck of the bar
I
counter.
mean, he can throw the spear, but that
Yes,
won't
he
go
can.
well, maybe.
Oh god.
I
Oh,
would
actually,
like to see
sorry,
him
sorry,
try.
sorry. I take that back. It says melee or ranged weapon, so I take that back. He can use it as
He-
a throwing weapon.
Yep. That's why I asked if he's throwing it.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry,
Oh, wow.
potentially in advance. Alright, so +3. Okay, I don't think that hits.
And he loses.
What's it
his
again?
spear.
That's your armor class, so I'm pretty sure that doesn't hit.
Where do I see that?
That's
Oh
at the
my
very
God.
top
It should be
versus
in
the very top.
defenses.
Oh god. Whew, you
Right
just-
below-
You're fine.
Alright,
AC starts
God,
at
that's
10,
Your
so...
AC.
it's only 12. Step out of the way.
Yeah, you stepped out of the way.
Oh god.
Elena, we're
I'm
going
only
shopping.
wearing leather armor. I don't have anything.
We're going shopping.
Yeah. Alright, so next in the order is Kella. Sorry, Jesus.
Hella Bella.
We all have to
Okay.
practice saying hella this weekend.
Let's see. What do I want to do? I think. Actually, I think that does the most damage that I can do right now that isn't setting things on fire. So,
Tough
I'm
choices.
gonna. I know, right? To set things on fire or not to set things on fire. The
Got
Thelron
civilian.
conundrum.
Think of it.
I mean,
Right, yeah.
I don't always do it on purpose, so...
I know. I know. Okay, I'm going to try an Eldritch Blast roll at the guard captain.
Okay,
I'm gonna pseudo tank here.
alright.
That does not hit.
Oh god.
Unfortunately does not.
What are these rolls?
Alright, next up in the order is, I believe, guard number 2. So he is the guard on the right who had previously taken a human hostage.
And he has a doggo at him.
Yeah, he's got a dog right in front of him, but he don't give a fuck. he is going to try and attack Elena again.
Ooh, Ryan, look what you did!
Ryan is not happy at either situation.
Oh,
I
that's
believe-
gonna hit!
I
That's
believe
gonna
it's
hit. Oh god. Let's
Oh
no,
Alright,
roll bad! Roll bad,
1d6
please!
Plus,
Oh god.
let's see. I guess I got 2 options. I'm gonna do. Well, it's gonna be another throwing. Well, it's gonna be another throwing attack. This could work in your guys' favor.
Yeah.
6. Alright, so he hits
Yes!
2 points of damage.
Only 2. Alright, I'm fine. Taking it off. Good. We're good.
Y'all fine. Alright, so next up in the order is guard number 3, who is on the left, and he previously had disadvantage, but
Lefty.
this time he does not.
Ooh.
So he's back to normal. He's feeling good again. He's previously hit by frostbite, but now... No, not frostbite. Vicious Mockery.
No, the other one. Yes, they're both cantrips.
And he is once again trying to hit Elena, but I don't think that definitely doesn't hit, so we're fine. Next up in the order then is Elena, who I'm
Alright.
sure wants to get some vengeance here.
Okay, so guard number 2, I think he's in the guard on the right that Orion
Righty.
hit earlier.
Yep.
I'm gonna take a shot at him again.
Mm-hmm.
So, my d20 plus 2, right?
Yes. Uh,
16?
So, what happens? So when it actually meets the number that
Meets beats.
Okay, beats.
It
Okay,
hits.
so you do hit.
Hell yes. Okay, so what do I roll now?
Well, what do you want to do to him? Do you
I
wanna-
just shot it with my bow, so
Okay.
Yeah. So
it's just a regular hit.
Mhm.
So what dice do I use?
you
It's just-
said longbow, right?
Yeah.
1d8
like,
piercing damage.
One
It should say
d8.
somewhere. 1d8.
No pluses.
I think plus your dexterity mod.
All right, so plus 2.
Yeah. So 7.
All right.
Someday I will have
Okay, so
Hawk.
he hits you.
Give me
So
the
you
Hawk.
hit him for your arrow hits and lands, and it pierces his. It finds kind of its way in between the shoulder armor and the chest armor, and sort of pierces his shoulder.
Like in
blade.
his clavicle.
Yes, his clavicle. To be
All
very.
right.
So the guy on the right is very much injured, but he's still in the thick of this.
All right.
We'll see
Orion's
how Orion
next.
feels about
Yeah,
that.
Orion's angry, and he's gonna take a bite out of the rest of that, left of that guard. All right.
So roll
Yeah.
that 1d20 plus 4.
God, it's +4. Oh,
Unfortunately, that doesn't
God.
hit.
dang it! He's so weak.
It's,
Kill him.
it's unfortunate. But next up in the order then is Thelron, who is also mad as hell.
It's one of those things where it's like, I didn't do anything, I didn't say anything, I tried to calm people down, and what does it give me? It gets me stabbed.
Twice. He got stabbed twice to make things worse.
It felt like he got
yeah, you're
stabbed
right,
twice,
you're
but
right,
it was
you're right,
really
correct.
one.
Correct.
So, which one of these,
It was the guy in the middle who hurt you.
The biggin.
The biggin.
okay,
How mad is actually Thalron? Is he too mad to
Mad
not
as hell.
step away from the sharp pointy objects?
how close together are they? Like,
They're
guards.
within 5 feet of each other.
okay, perfect. Does anybody...
Oh,
I know, this is gonna be interesting.
I don't think. I think I'm within 10 feet of them.
Aren't you
But-
guys kind of stacked up together?
They are pretty much like all clumped. Like you're
Is
within-
Senta behind him though? Because she was like, she off.
No, she's like-
Senta's
like,
off in the distance somewhere.
She's kind of
Oh,
like
okay.
where the stairs would be.
All right.
That's pretty much the
So-
furthest back she could get.
So, am I currently engaged with any of them, or did they just kind of ignore me once I hit the deck?
They've stopped. They stopped caring. Well, I mean, they noticed that you got a little bit like you're back up on your feet, but they haven't been paying too much attention to you.
So I could, like, run around them to get away, maybe, like, through the door of the bar?
He's gonna run away.
Not running away, I'm making a tactical retreat.
All right. I mean, if that's what you want to do.
Is he
You guys
within
are
range for
powerful
attacks
sorcerers.
of... Is he in... Like, if he does that, is he in range for attacks of opportunity? Like, that's important to know with his little 3 health.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's what I'm attempting to not do.
Explain that real quick.
Attacks of opportunity are when someone... So say, like, someone runs past you, but you're still able to, like, punch them as they run.
Well, wouldn't he technically be running away from them, further
Yeah,
away?
but when you leave an enemy's threatened space,
True.
like the area that they can attack.
Yeah, I mean he's right
They
there.
can-
That probably would be an effect for him. It would probably
Yeah.
So maybe you don't want to do that, Snuggles.
Oh, whoop, 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 whoop. Not today. It would disappoint your new girlfriend.
Delron's his own dwarf. Let him do what he wants.
It would disappoint his girlfriend. She
3 health,
cried.
3 hit points. They'll run 3 hit points.
Well, can I at least disengage from them? Like, just take maybe a couple steps back?
Sure.
Yeah, because I don't think you're like pressed up against the bar like I am.
No. You
And
can
you-
take a human shield if you want.
No. No.
That does not sound Felron. I think
It's not.
he is.
So I'm gonna take aim at the one in the middle,
Okay, so the captain.
whichever one that is.
Yes.
Yeah. And he's being flanked by the 2 other guys, right?
Yes.
And nobody else is within 5 feet?
I'm within 10 feet of them. I think Orion is within
He's
Yeah, Ryan's at
within
the
5
the
feet.
right guard. Yeah.
Because his reach is 5 feet. Ursha, I think, is back over where you are.
Yeah, you're next to Ursha at the moment.
Yeah, I think the only one at risk is the doggo.
Yes.
Hmm.
You better be careful about my dog.
I made that dog from scratch, damn it! He has 22 hit points.
Yeah, he's sturdy as long as you don't crit or nothing.
Well, this can't crit against him.
No.
So I'm gonna chuck an ice knife at the one right in the middle.
Ooh, I like that. I don't think Ice Knife is AoE, so it would be... Oh, no, wait. Yeah, yes, it is.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
it is.
initial
It's shrapnel.
is yeah, and then it blows up.
Yeah, shrapnel. I should know this because I have that spell.
So this is the attack at the main dude.
Yep, the captain.
The ranged attack.
Unfortunately, that
That's
does not
gonna
hit.
miss.
So your ice knife hits his armor and melts on contact.
Well,
It's
it's still-
shrapnels.
Yeah, it
It's
still
Shrapnel,
shatters.
Okay. So it
Yeah, hit or miss.
shatters.
The shard then explodes.
So what damage does
They
that
have
do?
to take a dexterity saving throw against, I
got it.
think, Felron's dex.
Against my spell save DC, which is a 12.
Okay. So that's a 20, and then... Alright. So Dex, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
That's what he rolled.
There's one. There's, I think, 2 others that need to make the
Okay.
roll because it's shrapnel. It's shrapnel bomb. That guy gets hit. Felron, does the 9 get hit?
Yes.
Okay, so
Okay,
we'll
so
say the
2
two guys...
of them gets hit.
2 of them get hit. The guys flanking get hit, and what do they get hit for?
2d6 cold damage.
Ooh. Interesting.
Finish off
Roll
the guy on the right.
It's probably going to. I hope so. I think that's precisely... No. Well, I
So
guess they
that's-
both
That's
take...
their damage, correct?
Yeah, they
each of
both
them?
take 3 damage.
Okay.
They
So,
each get
both-
like 3 ice damage.
Both of the guys
And Nogan.
flanking the middle captain guy, one of them was already... what is
Okay,
this?
wild magic save.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. It didn't proc, right?
No, that was
No.
that was what the D20 was for.
Okay, gotcha. So,
I think if it was like a 10 or lower, it would have procced.
It's a 1.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Okay, so both the flanking guards take. One of them gets a ice shard through his eye, and that kills him pretty much instantly.
That's the
upon
guy on the right?
contact. Yes, the guy on the right, who Orion is dealing with.
Alright,
And
guard number 2's dead.
Guard number 3 is dead.
Okay.
I thought Orion was
Righty
next
is
to
dead.
guard number 2 on the right.
Didn't
Uh,
Righty is dead.
it's the guy on the right. He's guard number 3.
Righty's dead. I'm just
Yes,
gonna
righty's
call
dead,
him
righty's
righty,
dead.
righty, and left.
Righty and lefty, those are their names.
Dubbed.
And guard on the left, he's the one who's bleeding a little bit from a arrow. He is still on his way towards death, but he is not dead. He has a bit of ice in his neck, and he's bleeding, but he is still standing. So, next in the order then is Ursha.
Okay. So, I was like half asleep the entire time, but what I do remember is that there are 2 guys.
Mm-hmm.
One of
And
them
I
is
need
dead.
to-
They're still up.
Is it the Vicious Mockery dude?
Vicious
Yes.
Mockery dude is still up.
Yes.
How is Stelron doing?
He has 3 hit points.
He's got 3 hit points.
I'm not dead.
More
You want me to heal
DLC.
you? You want me to heal you more?
I mean,
I don't know. I mean, I could top you off, or
as long as they don't turn, I should be
I could
okay.
either do that, or I could
I feel like you should heal him. Because one of those guys crit earlier and took him down, so probably want to heal him.
Okay, let's do that then. I'm gonna use my other spell slot.
Alright, so both spell slots will be gone for the bard.
I actually have one more apparently,
Okay,
so we leveled up.
gotcha. Alright, because you leveled up.
Supposedly, so I have 3.
Okay.
Because the other one was a cantrip.
Okay.
The Vicious Mockery is a cantrip
Correct,
and
correct.
thus doesn't use spell slots.
Nice.
It's why it's very good.
Okay, so Thalron is now up to 8 points of health, which is good. He's
Yeah.
feeling
He-
better.
He's just going to keel over any minute, and
He feels
Gonna kill over
powerful-
every
power of
fifth
music
minute.
surging through his veins.
Alright,
Alright, next up in the arena is Senta.
Alright. He is going to arrow at the left,
Okay.
just hopefully to finish him off.
Lefty.
And hopefully... Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh!
So that means double damage.
Yeah, just
Okay.
roll the damage
Well.
dice twice.
Alright.
Who's gonna be the rogue that crits eventually?
Wish I
Yeah.
could have got 20 earlier.
Alright.
So roll that again.
So 10 points of damage. He is
And-
not. Those arrows. Oh well, I'm gonna say you shot like 2 arrows. You shot 2
Okay.
arrows, and you pierced one into his eye, and the other one landed directly in its mark in his clavicle, sort of piercing through that other arrow and killing him in a very long, dramatic way. But he's dead. So he's dead. Yeah. Yep. Basically, that's the noise that was made.
Yeah.
All right.
And
So.
cleanup's gonna suck.
So the remaining guard is the captain, who's
Mhm.
currently unarmed. He doesn't have a spear.
Yeah, he
unless
threw
he
it
goes
like
and picks
that.
it up, which he is going to. He's going to use his his movement, and
He procs an attack of opportunity from Elena.
yeah,
Yes!
pretty much.
Okay,
He's in
well,
her threatened
He's in
square.
my melee range now. I'm gonna bust out Ender's Flame and take a shot at him.
Okay, go for it.
It's now. Is this still a
This is
D20
still,
plus
you still
2?
have to, yes, a D20 plus 2, because you're still trying to hit him.
Is that beats it, right?
Yes.
Because he had 16.
Yes.
Heck yeah. Okay, so that hit, and now I gotta roll for damage. What's my sword do?
I would
So I do a 1d8 slashing, and
Yes.
I proc my fire.
Yes. So he'll be burning.
So it's 1d8 plus what?
1d8
plus 2.
Plus 2?
yeah.
I want to say 2.
Alright, 7. And then the fire is a 1d6 plus 2?
Yes.
Yes.
Get
Okay,
wrecked,
so
son.
he takes 11 points of damage, so he is burning, and he's stabbed, and he is on his way towards death, but he is not quite dead. So, he still has his attack, correct?
Yeah, well, it's just like...
Yeah. Yeah,
his
it's
turn.
his
Okay.
turn. He just attacked Elena's attack of opportunity.
Okay. So, he is going to grab his spear, and he is going to do a two-handed attack on Elena.
Oh
Shit.
boy.
So, it's a bit of a... It's a slightly different,
Damage dice.
yes, slightly different damage dice. So,
Just means he gets to roll bigger.
Alright, 6 points of
Yeah, it's
damage.
not gonna hit.
Oh, yeah, no,
Oh.
You're right. That's a hit. Oh, wait, no, sorry, I did the wrong one.
You rolled
first.
1d8, yeah.
Whoops,
I was
my
like, wait.
bad. My bad.
Wait. Let's see.
Whoops.
That hits.
Bum, bum, ba-dum.
Alright,
Oh,
so
like-
we'll say
Alright.
the 6
Fine.
points of damage. We just did
Only
this,
6?
We just did this backwards.
Only
Only 6.
Yeah, we just did it backwards.
Alright!
So you two are so
Getting
you two
into
kind
scary
of basically
territory,
you're like tussling together. If you
Alright.
can kind of imagine that. And then next up is Kella.
Okay, question. Has the floor caught fire yet?
Whoa,
quite.
whoa, my
No,
flame
no.
is not like that.
No. He's like
It's a
burned.
spiritual flame.
And he's got like a burn. His armor.
Okay,
is
so
sort
it's
of
not like
melting.
it's not a consistent flame, is what I'm hearing.
No, like if in comparison to Thelron, whereas Thelron has to be a little bit more cautious, this is a more centralized flame. I mean, think of it as he's got a really bad burn that's like spreading.
Okay.
It's not like I'm chucking a firebolt.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically.
It's not like I'm
just seeing
fighting
if
with
I
a
have to.
sword. Alright. Like, I would
Yeah,
pull that
I'm just
out.
checking-
Yeah.
I'm just checking to see if I have to frostbite the whole place.
I wouldn't have used my sword if that was the
I
case,
know.
so...
I know. That's why I was very confused. But we're good. We're good.
So it's just one guy left, the captain.
Yeah. It is the Capitan.
The
Yeah.
Capitan.
I'm. Does he look like on the border of death,
Yes.
or does he look okay?
He's
he-
pretty pissed. He's angry. He's bleeding. He's
Mhm.
got a bad burn. His armor is kind of like melting, if you can imagine, because this burn is so hot.
Mhm.
His armor is sort of melting away from him. And he is kind of tussling with Elena at the moment.
Okay. Then, I would love to. I'm going to cast Frostbite, which means he has to make a con save.
Okay. Do. Do I use them? Do I use the Constitution modifier again?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Nope!
Nope.
get frosted. His flames have been frosted.
Let's see, that's 1d6 damage.
And that's like one. Does that mean?
So it really hurts. Pretty much that finishes him off. So not only has he had a taste of fire, but now he also knows ice. So he is pretty much. I'm assuming is frostbite like a frost bolt, or is it like frost?
It's. I cause frost to form on him.
Ooh, that's terrible. Terrible experience. So he, like I said, he knew fire, and now he knows ice, and he sort of gets very, very cold, sort of turns blue, and he sort of just falls over, freeing himself from Elena, and just collapses down onto the ground, dead.
I liked that combo.
I know. It's very,
That was a good one.
very poetic.
He
Alright,
knows
well.
the hunt.
So there's now
No.
3 people, 3 dead guys in this inn.
All spread out.
Alright, well,
Spread
let's
out.
loot them, first of all.
I feel like we should. I feel like we should loot them. I feel like we should donate the gold to the tavern because
Yes.
damages. And
I mean, we gave him new
I mean,
places to hang
before you
art
guys
on.
even have a chance to loot those bodies, the guy at the bar attempts to run away. So you,
William.
yeah, William, yes.
William.
Guy he was at the bar, who you were all talking to, and he was freaking out. He's going to try to run away. So I'm
Who's
assuming
closest
you have to
to-
do like an athletics contest.
I
Can I?
hit him with Hunter's Mark.
You have Hunter's Mark as a warlock, and I forgot to use Hunter's Mark that entire fight. I just got a spell slot, and I failed!
It's your cool sword.
time. Yeah.
Wait.
I have Hunter's Mark because of my patron.
Okay.
The warlocks don't normally get Hunter's Mark, but I'm a special being. I hit him with Hunter's Mark, and thus for an hour I have
track him?
advantage on tracking him.
Alright, can Elena make an athletics check to try
Yes.
to, jump to him?
Yes.
So it's a
Can I-
d20 plus...
Y'all can
Dexterity?
do it. Whoever wants to try to race this guy.
I'm sorry, so is it
With me?
it's athletics plus... Because I have a 6 plus it for
I
athletics.
think it would be athletics plus dex since it's
Yes.
like a speed thing.
Yes.
Okay, so 6 plus 2.
Trying to catch up to him.
Yeah.
Well, Senta's on the back.
Get
Well,
tackled!
Elena?
Heck yeah, the Rangers got it, everybody.
Barely.
Oh god.
So it's the dexterity plus the modifier on it, generally speaking, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Dex plus your athletics
Athletic.
modifier.
All right. So Elena catches up to this guy. You all go after him. Elena tackles him to the floor and pins him down.
Ella stands there. She's watching the bodies.
Theron just kind of watches the whole scene and goes, "Why? Why today? Of all days?"
I mean, if it makes you feel better, that dwarven lady at the bar is like, ooh, Falco. Well, she doesn't know your name, so she's just like, ooh, dwarven man. I'm gonna give him some ale.
Alright, so I tackle this. Oh god. Oh dear. I tackle
Yes, you tackle.
Wilhelm and pull him back into the bar,
Mhm.
sit him down in a chair, because I am not having it today. Can I use an intimidation check
Yes,
to tell him
yes,
to
you can.
stay there?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So is that just my intimidation is so weak.
Your
How do you
people
not have a
skills
high
are
intimidation?
kind
I
of
just
dead.
have 1+1 intimidation.
Well, I mean, it's
It's because
Charisma.
she's
so, to be fair.
it's
So
it's
plus charisma plus intimidation?
Yeah, so that'll be
Yeah.
+2 for you.
Ew.
Does anyone else want to try to be intimidating?
Can I just tie him up instead?
Sure, but he's gonna struggle.
Well, there's a lot of
Right.
us.
Yeah,
Alright, I'm gonna...
let's do some. Oh, so you're intimidating? Or who's Ursha? What do you?
I think Earth was intimidating.
Thank God!
Alright, thank goodness I'm gonna...
Okay, so he's thoroughly intimidated by the half-orc bard, and he sits down in his chair and he shuts up. He's like,
Theron's
Alright.
just gonna take a seat at the bar.
okay.
Look over his gear. It's like, where's the blood?
Aw.
Kala
So,
sits next to him, passes him a potion of healing
Aw,
on the
that's
house.
right.
It was
Elena
my
is-
fault.
Oh God.
All right,
Elena's gonna sit across from this guy,
all right.
and I mean, I overheard pretty
You
much
heard
most of the
bits of-
conversation
you heard, yeah,
about.
like about 50% of the conversation. He was not
Okay.
necessarily being quiet.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask him what happened in Nipton.
Okay. So he's gonna basically say, I guess I should come clean. Our town was ransacked, attacked by Ilgar for potentially harboring fugitives, or at least that's what they said. And they razed the town, burned the buildings, grouped up all of the civilians, brought them in front of the town hall, and those who did not confess to crimes against Ilgar, they were hung immediately. And of those who remained, only one of us was chosen, and I was that lucky one. I don't feel lucky, but I was the supposed lucky one. And those guards, those 3 men, they've been touring me around all of the Ilgarian cities and towns, and I've been telling everyone of the terror of Ilgar and his king and the king.
What was the name of the leader that came into your town to make this decision or lottery?
He didn't give a name. He didn't give a name other than everyone seemed to recognize him as being Captain Aldebrand.
Elena gets
Interesting.
pretty tense.
Anyone else have any questions?
Anybody know how to get blood out of a cloak?
you need to take it to a river and get it cleaned.
I recommend a river plus precipitation.
There you go.
How are you feeling? Sir, I don't think we caught your name. Willow?
William Trannon, ma'am.
How are you feeling? Are you injured?
I am pretty freaking terrified.
I mean, physically, I know you're terrified, dear.
I'm fine. I certainly could use a drink after this terrible evening.
I put down another 5 gold. Motion to the bartender.
The bartender serves one up.
I hand it to the poor man. He deserves
and
it.
Once again, William just drinks it all in one. Well, he doesn't. Well, he's a little bit slower this time, but he drinks it pretty much in a quick manner. He seems to be very distressed, very unhappy with his circumstances.
You and me both, brother.
So, do you have any further questions for him, Elena, or are you...
I think I got all the information I wanted from him.
Should
Anyone
I?
else?
Can we also ask?
Of course, yes.
Okay. So basically, Senta's gonna ask him, like, so it's only 3 guards that, like, hauled you around. And it sounds like it was an army of sorts. So, how
They
many?
were part of a division of Kalimport.
Yeah.
If you're asking me how many people came to Nipton of the Ilgarian
Yeah.
army, I think it was at least 2 regiments
legions?
worth, two regiments worth of men, led by, as I said, Captain Aldebrand, and I believe they had a magic user as well. I never got her name, but she seemed to be a very terrible woman, and she took quite a lot of glee in seeing people strung up. I do not recommend going back. Nipton is long gone. Every one of those townspeople are dead, long dead, and I would wish that fate upon no one, even my deepest, darkest enemies.
I see.
Anyone else? Otherwise, you can handle the loot.
I appreciate
Don't
loot.
have any questions. Yeah.
So, like, real quick, you pick up about 1,000 gold off of these 3 guys total. So each of you can add on 200 more gold. No, actually, you're not. You're donating it.
Yeah, we're
Whoa!
Oh,
Easy
okay,
there.
I see how it is. I see how it is.
I donate my portion to
Take my
bar
200.
repair.
All right.
You take your 200 gold. I will take my 200 gold and put it to bar repair and clean.
I'm poor and I need potions.
All right.
my
So
life
is
the
not gonna
rest
last.
of
Do you need
each
a potion,
get 200
dear?
gold.
She only cares about herself, so she wants the gold.
Elena,
Betsy knows what I'm talking about.
Elena,
Yeah.
Elena dear,
Yes,
you need a potion.
I always need potions.
I
mean,
fish
nobody-
out another potion out of my bat belt of momliness. And I hand it to you. That's 4d4 plus 4 healing.
I mean, you guys are probably you guys got a room, so you're probably gonna have a long rest, so if you guys want to
Yeah.
save
Okay.
that, feel free.
Or you
Okay.
can just give it to me and I can put it in my inventory.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying, like, you can,
Yeah.
you can either rest or you can use it now.
Yeah,
You just
I'm
put it
down.
in your inventory for now.
Alright,
Because you say you always need potions.
I
so...
will happily take that potion and thank her.
Wonderful.
I am going to let you have that gold, Mr. Bartender.
Alright, so that's 400 gold for repairs, that's good, because,
We didn't break anything
there's
though.
blood on the ground!
There's
Hey,
blood on the ground and
hot
arrows.
soapy
Damages!
water.
Emotional
soapy
damages!
water. Rex is
There's
good.
arrows and spears in the wall.
Yeah, I mean,
He can hang stuff off of that. It's okay.
I
Not very
really
safe.
appreciates that.
I don't think he can do so very safely. Take it
Yeah.
from someone who's seen that kind of decor. It never ends well. I had to bother my husband off of using it.
Alright. So, two of you've given money, so that's very generous of y'all. Thelron, are you keeping it, or are you,
I'm giving him 50, and I want all of it in alcohol.
Alright. And I just want you to know, I'm never giving up this dwarven barmaid thing. So
You're working.
The very kind barmaid gives you 50 gold worth of ale.
Wait, isn't that like 10 glasses of ale?
I mean, he doesn't have to drink them all. He can share.
I don't think he's in a sharing mood.
She'll just pass him cup after cup, my money, things he downs. Till he
Then
leaves
he
the
will make
bar.
some stupid mistakes.
By the way, we only have one room. Okay.
God, yeah.
Well,
Some
technically,
rooms just
actually,
cleared up.
Well, actually, yeah, some rooms cleared out. You're right.
yeah, Elena goes over to Rax and is like, "Hey, we're gonna take those 3 guards rooms. Is that
He's
good?"
like, by all means, on the house.
All right,
at
sweet.
This point.
We got technically there's 4 rooms. I claim one for myself.
Let's give Thelron one of those rooms just in case.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh Lord.
I will sleep on the floor. I don't really care. It's
Aww.
what I deserve.
I think I'm going to go over the guards' bodies just to see what else they have.
Okay, feel free.
Like what kind of armor are they
They're
wearing?
wearing plate. They're wearing what? The captain was wearing plate, and the 2 lackeys were wearing chainmail.
Okay, so nothing in Elena's size or type of armor. Okay.
Unfortunately, no.
However, on the around the captain's neck, Kella, you notice that he's wearing a very pretty-looking necklace that has a ruby pendant.
I would like to cast Detect Magic at that!
Okay. Go for it. Okay, alright,
I
no,
just
sorry, you don't have to
do.
roll anything. Yeah, you did it.
It's one of
Sorry.
those. It's one
Sorry,
of those I just
forget.
do.
Okay, so you do recognize that
okay.
this necklace is magical, and the magical part of it is it's called the Amulet.
Is it?
It's called the Amulet of Grieving Life, and it's a very powerful weapon. It increases your Constitution score to 19 while you wear the amulet. It's pretty damn
Ron, dear,
powerful.
what is your Constitution score?
Was mine currently 15.
Who has the lowest?
I currently have 12.
I have.
Jeez, you have 10.
Okay.
Well, okay, Ursha and Senta both have 10.
Okay. So.
Wait,
this
where did he
is
get
now
the numbers
your
from?
Where do you get the what?
Constitution, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
Constitution.
like
the-
Constitution score.
So that's
Okay,
your
yeah.
full
Like what the
Constitution
base score is.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Yeah,
this
10,
will
I'm-
ultimately adjust your modifiers.
Okay.
Yeah, it will adjust
While you're
everything
wearing the item.
Yes, while you're wearing the
Yes.
item. If you ever take it off,
You have to
will
be-
no longer have it.
It will go
Okay.
back to what it was before.
Okay.
So I think what I'm going to do is, Santa Ursha, this is now your shared child. You have shared custody. You can have your custody battles over there.
Well,
I think
shouldn't it
Senta will be fine because she's very paranoid.
In my opinion, you
Like-
definitely should give it to your bard, because that's your healer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was about to
yeah.
say that. I was like, don't we want our healer to be a little bit more sturdy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you now have 19 constitution, which
Should give you a good
arguably means
buff.
you can drink more. Yeah, it raises it to 19, right?
So I look up items and then it'll boost it up, or
You just, I think
You just have a plus on your just write like a note about it on your
Yeah.
little sheet or
attuned
whatever.
magic items, or
Scroll down to add item. You said it was
Uh-huh.
the Amulet of Grave.
It's
Health?
called, here, I'll type it. It should be Amulet of Health.
Okay,
That's what the base item is,
D&D.
but I gave it a nice, cute little name.
Yeah. If you add an item down below and you say add item and you add it to your inventory,
It should modify
I'm just
it.
going to do it. I'm just going to do it real quick from here. I think you have to go in. Yeah, you have to go into your inventory after adding it and hit use, and then it'll be active, and then
Maybe
it
it is
should
called
change.
Manipulative Grieving Life.
Yeah, there is one.
Okay,
Your
correct.
Constitution score is 19 while you wear this. It has no effect on you if your Constitution is already 19 or higher without it.
Okay, I added it for you, Ursha.
Oh, okay, so just refresh the page then, or
Yes.
Yeah.
okay, cool.
If your constitution hasn't changed, I am going to puzzle at D&D Beyond heavily.
I mean,
Heavily puzzle.
Should have.
I
No,
mean,
we
she
can
would have
just
to make.
write it down, so you can just.
Well, she has to she has to put it in active item. Well, so that
Yeah.
would make it. Yeah. Huh.
It still says I have. Oh, it says I have 19 now. Awesome.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Perfect. So
I have
that,
so
go.
much health. Oh my god.
all right, so that was the only item off of these guys aside from the gold.
I am going to just very slowly drag them outside. If someone wants to help, because I have 8
Elena will
strength.
help drag out the bodies.
Oh god.
Wonderful.
Sauron's
Okay.
about-
This crud, I will skip.
Okay.
Sauron's about 2 in. He's gonna take a kick at one of them.
It's really embarrassing and not very good for bagpipes if you are huffing and puffing your way with a body.
Pretty much.
This is true.
All right. So,
Elena, dear, you might want to turn around.
Are you gonna eat them or something?
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to take their. We can sell it.
Oh.
They're what?
Their armor. I'm gonna
Oh.
take their armor so we can sell it.
Well,
I'm a cannibal.
wait. I don't know. I don't know you, girl. Question though for the DM:
Yes.
the armor that they're wearing, is that like all Ilgar guards wear?
Yes. Like these are essentially like they're part of the Ilgarian army. So pretty much any Ilgarian army, like Joe Blow NPC is going to be wearing this armor. Yes.
Okay, and then question in D&D, can you like dress up as like disguises?
Yes.
Yes.
There is a disguise kit.
Okay,
I
well, can
believe anyone in background has proficiency with it.
so can we like use some of this armor like later? Because they said there was an army around Nipton, so in case like we ever have to go over there, and like we need to spy or something like that in, can't we use these this armor set
I
to
like that train of thought.
kinda
Yes,
go-
yes.
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah,
to
we
help
need
like
to
stealth
dodge.
or something?
I
But
mean,
we
you
need
still
no
have to-
deception.
The armor
But,
would
like,
help.
We have to roll deception. The armor would help and probably give advantage on deception roll.
But it wouldn't
Alright,
be like
well-
a straight like, oh, now you're perfectly stealth. No, it would be a deception.
Okay. Well, I mean, shouldn't we keep like an armor set or two for this?
All right, I
Maybe.
like that plan.
All right.
Either way, I was probably going to end up carrying it because of my lovely little purse.
All right.
But yeah,
Okay.
guys have-
we take. I think we need to go behind the bodies. I think we just drag them behind the
Yeah.
bar. So
We
it's
go
not in
somewhere out of
public.
sight and we go collect all this armor sets.
Yeah,
All right, so
and
you're gonna
I
collect
toss
all
it
of them?
into my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much stuff can we carry? I mean.
I have a handy haversack. Don't forget it.
All right.
So
So
she'll
Kayad,
be able to put it into
carry
a
the-
vacuum, essentially.
I love those Mary Poppins bags. All right, you
Magical
hold the
vacuum.
3 sets of armor.
I have a magical vacuum. So that's 1 plate, 2 chainmail.
Yes. And they
Okay.
all, it's 3 tabards. So Ilgarian tabards, yes.
Yeah,
Sweet.
Ilgarian tabard.
I mean,
times-
that's not like an actual item, so you could probably just like make a note of that.
I'm using my handy dandy weird sheet to make
Okay,
a
cool.
note that there's 3 Ilgarian tabards, and then separate the armor.
Okay.
Oh shit! I just put that into the wrong categorization. So yeah, my coin pouch.
I'm
Get
writing
into
it
the
down.
handy haversack. There we go. And then 1 plate armor, 2 chainmail.
Yes.
How heavy is plate armor?
Pretty heavy if I remember right.
Nah, it's a vacuum. Just put
Yeah, I
it
mean,
in
if
a
it's a vacuum, it's a vacuum.
And chainmail 2. And boom. The vacuum has consumed the armor.
Perfect. All right. Let me real quick. Let's add up the XP.
EXP.
So the XP is about. Let me just check real quick.
Yeah. I think it's based off of their like CR and stuff.
Yes. So there were 3 of these, so it's 900 XP total.
Ooh.
Is that a ding?
No. So you'll be
That's
splitting
a
that up.
ding! Oh.
Splitting that up.
Yeah, you're splitting that up.
I'm gonna casually go remove that. I was
200 XP.
very excited.
Well,
about the
actually,
ding.
let me take that back. You did the you get 1200.
We
Sorry,
did
I have to include the communicating with people and being social XP.
Yeah, so 1200 divided
total,
by like 5.
Yep,
240.
240 each.
All right.
You're
So
making your way
almost a
downtown.
ding. Almost a level 3.
Experience.
Almost. Yeah.
240.
Correct.
Yes.
We're over halfway.
Yep.
Nice.
You're making it happen. Other than that, that was pretty much all I had for the session plan tonight. I will definitely say as a little teaser for next time, there is definitely more to explore in this little town.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely.
I have more animals too.
Oh god.
Well,
Oh,
let's
you
make
are-
sure we're doing a long rest before,
Yes,
like, we
you're
rest.
Yeah,
Long
we're
rest.
doing a long
Long
rest.
rest.
So we can have our
You'll have all your
our
spells back, you'll
sorcerer
have all your health
peoples.
back.
Good, because I used 2 of my 3 healing slots.
Yeah, let's get those back.
It'll be a good time to use them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want Thelrun dying. That would be horrible.
Yeah, that would be pretty
Yeah.
cool.
No, not before Thelron can have any fun.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. And then everyone's like,
I love
this
you,
is like,
Snuggles. I love
Do
you.
I
you
expect
really?
you all to make the same
I
amount of fun
do.
of me.
I do this. I do this because I love you, Snuggles.
I'm just wondering, it's like, which of, like, I guess all of us will be like, okay, we're gonna fight what room, so we're further away from Thelron's
Well, there's still
room.
2 rooms left over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
So you
we're-
can just double up 2 and 2.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
But
I'm
I'm
selfish
just-
and I have a wolf dog that's gonna. share
No,
the
I'm
room.
saying, like, yeah, who's gonna be the one that's next to Thelron's room?
Oh boy.
I'm sleeping outside.
I think
I'm
straws.
no. I'm sleeping outside. Y'all can fight over. I'm sleeping outside. Not
Also,
just
I don't
because of
know
Thelron.
with anyone else, because I'm in the corner probably, so...
I have a question about storage of items, though, for like a future in case. So, like, I don't know how big your black hole is or whatever, but like if we pick up like items,
It's not a portable hole, so it's not.
all right? Like, do we like how much can we carry on our person to not be encumbered?
It's your strength times 5.
Strength times 5.
I thought we weren't gonna worry about that.
Yeah, I don't really want to worry
no,
about
no, no,
those
I'm not
technical
really
details
using
too
like
hardcore.
I'm not using the super big. I'm using the default in the player handbook rule.
Well, no, so basically, Zath, to answer
Oh,
your
it's times
question,
15. It's times
that
15.
definitely seems
It's strength
better.
score times 15. Yeah.
Zath,
Okay, so but we're not.
yeah,
Okay,
the only caveat is, like, you,
It
like,
has
if
to
you were
be,
going to be
like,
carrying that plate armor
realistic.
without a bag, you'd probably want to be wearing it. Or something
Yeah.
like that. You wouldn't be able to lug that around. But, like, so basically, I don't want to, like, get into too much of the nitty-gritty of, like, oh, this piece of armor weighs 40 pounds.
This much.
I'd rather just
Yeah.
be, like, use some common sense.
Okay.
Yeah. This is like my handy haversack. It's not like a super big black hole. It's not a bag of holding. It's basically like a purse edition of the bag of holding.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
I also have a belt of hidden pouches, which is like utility belt bag of holding, I am prepared.
Okay, because I was figuring, like, as a ranger, like, I have a backpack, but, like, it's not...
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't want to...
You can't shove three
Carrying heavy
sets
stuff.
of plate armor in.
Right, that's my question.
In it, no. Yeah. Basically, is it realistic to do X and X?
Yeah,
Is,
like
I
you can't
think,
be
how
carrying
we're
2
handling-
ladders with you.
Okay, yeah, I mean, this is my first D&D, so I'm just trying to...
Oh no, it's fine.
All the rules.
This is the first time that I've ever played in a game that's been this lax with weight rules. So
I mean, I know some people get really, into that.
Yeah.
But I'd rather focus
no,
on,
I'm
like,
number
the actual-
dyslexic. I'm number dyslexic. No.
I'd rather
I don't wanna.
focus on the meat of the story, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather worry about numbers and stuff when it comes to the RNG aspects of the game.
And RNG aspects and the damage, seeing how much we overkill things.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, gold. I want you to keep track of your gold, so please keep track of that because stuff is
I'm
gonna cost
keeping
stuff.
track.
Yep.
Yeah.
Track.
Yeah, I need to buy armor.
I haven't even used my aesthetic crossbow yet. I just used the bagpipes for the silly aesthetic.
Well,
Yeah, but Vicious
Those
Mockery saved
bagpipes
someone
do
because that guy
work.
crit earlier on a 20, and he
yeah,
could have taken out somebody else, so
Yeah.
Vicious Mockery.
Yeah, those bagpipes do work. I think later on in later battles, we need to alternate who's frostbiting dudes and who's vicious mockering dudes.
Yeah, basically, like, just treat it like, a instance, flashpoint
Rotation.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where sometimes you guys have to do some CCing, or sometimes you have to do some healing, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Which,
that
I
was
mean,
a...
I thought there was some great teamworking going on. Because Delron didn't die.
Thank goodness.
Thank
Sup,
goodness.
man?
I like those several times when Corey almost died.
Yeah, that was a low roll.
You, Corey. nah, you'll be fine.
No, Theleron isn't the new Corey. Theleron has more common sense than Corey ever did.
He didn't even do anything. He just tried to calm people down. And what happened?
They
He gets
didn't like
that.
that. They did not like that.
Yeah.
You should have put more points in your charisma. That's all there is. Could have talked him out of it if you didn't roll so bad.
Or
What's
you know,
really ironic about that, Zath, is that his spellcasting is charisma.
It's
It's
really
higher than yours.
well. I mean, he just had some bad
He
rolls.
just had some
or
bad
or I
luck.
could have just burned the bar down.
He was
But
being restrained.
all those, everyone from the town was inside. He would have killed all those people potentially.
It would have had a chance to get out.
Jesus. I am
Every-
curious to see that happen.
I don't want to see that happen. My goodness, we just gotten back like in Ilgar, and you're gonna kill like the first town you go into. What kind of rep are you gonna send to
Yeah,
like the
definitely.
rest of Ilgar? I don't think we want to do that. And I, as your guy, definitely don't want to lead you to more populated cities if you're gonna wipe out some small town.
Fair
So
enough.
let's not do that. But that was a fun session, guys.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
job,
I
guys.
like where Kel is going. Gonna finish her origin story, and then I'll post it, and then you guys will groan every time I make a hunt pun.
Yeah, that was. I mean, I liked the start of it too with the stealth. I didn't think I was gonna stealth. I've never rolled stealth before, but going with the rogue, I'm glad I didn't blow your cover or anything. So that was kind of
Yeah.
fun. I could see that being really
Ranger-
helpful later on.
Ranger and Monk are like secondary stealth classes, whereas Rogue is like the.
That's their main
Best
bread and
at it.
butter.
Although bards, if they put like expertise on stealth, they'll be able to do it. But I think you have to roll like a Tabaxi bard to get like stealth proficiency in the first place. Never have an urchin backstory. There's a lot of weird, funny notes.
Our bard just needs to heal us.
Yeah.
Vicious mockery, everyone. I think that's what we learned tonight.
Vicious mockery healing word. Vicious mockery healing word. And it's just bagpipes. We just have constant bagpipe soundtrack.
It's like Lord
Now
of the
I need to
Rings
go
up in
find
here.
a link and go find some horrible bagpipe songs. Now I have to go find a
Yes.
bagpipe Rickroll. Thanks for reminding me.
God.
What's really funny is that Wendy can play music while we're playing in the Roll20 room.
I mean, I've thought about doing that, but I want to make sure I hear all y'all.
Yeah, no, you can adjust the audio. I've been messing around with Roll20
I'll have to-
music
No,
playing.
because Wendy does stream this. If Twitch picks it up as a copyrighted
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
it'll block her streams.
Oh no! The thing is that she can only play songs that Roll20 says like free to use.
Oh, for like the rest of you?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I'll have to experiment with that.
yeah, yeah. You can either search things on Fanburst, which is really risky business because of the whole streaming thing. Or you can use the tracks that they have freely available for using tabletop stuff.
Okay.
And there's resources for
I could
royalty-free
not
music.
find